All right. Welcome back, Jeffrey and Vicky. Good to see you. All right, as promised, we're going to celebrate our two newest members, Leandro and Adrian. Hopefully they're going to show up. And you guys said you wanted some jazz. We're going to do The Genius of Barry Harris. So we're going to look at my PDF that talks about some really cool Barry Harris type things. So I have it pulled up here. It's in the, just to clarify, it's in the membership area of the all access folder. It's in the YouTube membership in the Memphis folder. So if Vance shows up, he's going to see that that is indeed in the membership folder. All right, so let's go ahead and dig right in. Hopefully Leandro and Adrian will join us. We have 5 people watching. We're talking about the genius of Barry Harris. What I love about Barry Harris stuff is I feel like I've learned a ton, as we all have, of watching videos on YouTube and master classes and things like that. But I love the simplicity of what Barry Harris does with chords, and yet they sound so beautiful. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at this PDF here, and it is in the membership area, the YouTube membership, and you have Leandro and Adrian to thank, because I said if anybody else joins the membership, we're going to put that PDF in there, so you have them to thank. Also, shout out to Adrian, who gave a nice donation on the front end, a very nice donation to the channel. So thank you guys for all of you who are able to do that. Much appreciated. All right, so 7 tips here. The first one, we're just going to dig right in and talk about this. Now, this is very simple, but you're going to see some really cool things here. So if we're in the key of G, and G has 1 sharp, F sharp, Barry Harris did this thing called the 6 on the 5th, and if you've heard it, that's awesome. If you haven't, that's okay. So let's talk about what in the world the 6 on the 5th is. So the way I like to think of it in terms of, if you're in the key of G, first of all, your 5 chord, let's count it up. So G, A, B, C, D, your 5 chord is D7. So you could play a D7 straight up. It's going to not sound that good. But what Barry liked to do was the 6 on the 5th. And what that means is he wanted that 6th note on the 5th of the chord. So in this case, on the 5. And so the key is G. We go up to the D. So a D7, instead of a D7, we're going to do the 6th note on the 5th. So even that right there sounds nice, doesn't it? Like a G major. That's a G major 7 with the 9, and it has the 6 in there as well. So that's like kind of like extension there. But if you think of it on the D chord, and you have this sound right here, that's D7. Like if we're going to G in our 3 chord, 2, and then we have our 5 chord. But if you did this, right? So let me do that again, and we'll talk about it. I have some interesting ways I like to think of that. But isn't that even refreshing right there? Of just, you could play this over a G. Doesn't that sound nice, even like that? So you go. And this is just the first line, but I want to talk about, so I had this idea that if you had these ideas of the 6th, and you put that diminished passing, and then you go to an E minor 7 right there, right? And all that can work even over a D chord. That's like your D, that's your 11, right? So it's kind of a suspended sound. That's your 13, that's your 9. That's a neat sound by itself. Right? And what is it over the G chord? You have G major with the 9 and the 6. I mean, not the 6, you have the 9, G major 9. But then you have the diminished, D diminished over that. That's like a G7 flat 9, technically. And that's like a G6, right? But we're going to do it over the D, So when I was coming up with this PDF, I had the idea that it just hit me that I wonder if oh, I need to put this inside the membership area really quickly. Give me 1 second, everyone. I sent out an email to our memberships, but I did not do that. Did not put this in the membership. I'm gonna create a post, and I'll put Barry Harris lesson live now, and then I'm gonna put the link, or I could just tag the video since we're live. Boom. Okay. Oh, I just did that to everybody, which is fine. Okay, so again, this idea here is if you have the D6, I want you guys to know something. This adding the 6th note, we're in the key of G, and now we're going to go watch the middle voices go down by a half step. You see how we did that? So the way I did this whole PDF, this whole drop 2, drop 3 system is I call it like a outer, lower, up, or middle. And I want you to know how, as we go through this PDF, you'll see different voices moving. So inner voices move down. So I want you to notice you have this D6, and then watch the inner 2 voices. Now it's D diminished, and now it's a G6 right there. Isn't that a beautiful way of looking at it? Okay. Let's hear it over a G. Okay, so notice that the middle notes go down. Now let's go to the second line. So now that was a root position D6. Now what we're going to do is a first inversion D6, right? So now watch what happens if I do the same bass note. And now it says the lower 2 voices move down. So that's our D6. Watch, D diminished just by taking these 2 and going down, and then those 2 go down, and now we have that. It's still a G6, but now that's in an inversion. Looks like an E minor 7 again. Let's hear it over the G. Again. Let's do a review. We did inner voicings. Hear it over the G. Inner voicings. Now inversion. Again. Okay, let me check the chat and see how you guys are doing. Awesome. Adrian is back. Awesome, and you like it. Very good. Now we're just missing Leandro, and we'll be good. Isn't that so nice the way you can do that? So the first one again, and I just had that idea as I was going through it. I'm like, that's really cool. But then I started thinking, well, I could actually do the shapes of saying, all right, first your middle ones go down, just the inner voicings, D diminished, and G13. Now the next one. And now we're going to go inversion. The lower ones move down. Isn't that amazing? All right, now let's go to the next one right here. So the third one, now just so you guys know, we have 7 people watching. Very thankful for all of you. A shout out to Adrian for joining our YouTube channel and a wonderful donation earlier. So thank you so much. And Leandro joined right after that. So I have this like vision that we're going to get to 20 YouTube members by the end of this stream. It may not happen, but it may. So whenever somebody does join up, it's so easy to go to my channel, click the membership area, and you'll see all the folders, all the files, and everything. This course I put inside the membership area because Adrian signed up today, and now we're good to go. All right, so the next thing we're going to go to the next line. So just know there is all of these things that we do. We've been doing so many, like the Memphis charts is crazy how many things are in there, and I'll show you that in just a minute. But let's go to the third line and keep going here. I would love for somebody else to say hello in the chat. Now watch, we were at D6, then we were at the inversion, now the second inversion. Even that, listen how beautiful that is. Or especially over the G, because it puts like a major 9 with the F sharp in the top. So we have this. Now what does it say? The outer 2 voices move down. And here's what I meant by that. This voicing will come down, and so will that. The outer 2 voicings of the chord. Isn't that nice? Let's listen to it over the D. Let's listen over the G again. Let's do a review. Here we go. Inversion, lower 2. Second inversion, outer voicings. All right, what a beautiful Barry Harris idea of the 6 on the 5th, and just so many fun things you could do there. All right, let me check the chat because I always think that's really important to do that. See if you guys are enjoying this. Donald, can you explain how you voice your advanced chords? Yeah, absolutely, Donald. I would love to do that. Now, did you guys notice what I was doing there? Did everybody get that? I love the fact, and we're on the 4th line now. So at first, we were doing these, and get your diminished. So notice my inner voicings were going. Inner voicings. Then we went into inversion. Now what do we do now? The lower voicings. And mess around with that, you know, listen to the sound. And I also like to put it over the 1 as well. right, now let's keep going down. I have a good feeling. I have a good feeling that we're gonna get to 20 today. 20 YouTube members. 2 more to go. Hit the join button, somebody. Be bold. You're gonna absolutely love not only this PDF, but how many crazy, awesome PDFs there are like this. Okay, Adrian, our newest member, along with Leandro, so helpful for your theory. I'm so glad that you like that. And we're going to keep going down the chart and understanding of chords and improv. Absolutely. And we're just getting started, aren't we? Okay, so let me click on the folder again. Let's go to the last one here. So we just did root position, first inversion, second inversion, and now our third inversion. Now, notice that a really important tip here is that whenever you're doing like a D6 chord, if I do a B minor 7, that's also our third inversion, right? So root, first, second, third inversion. That's a good thing to know. Just know that if you go down 3 half steps and build a minor 7. Now it says upper 2 voices move down. Watch this. Isn't that nice? Again, let's do that again. Or over G. Or over G. I love that sound. B minor 7, sharp 9. All the way through it. The first one's inner. Let's do it again. Inner voicings, the middle voicings. Then you go up here. Lower. And you're here. Outer. Top. How fun is that? Okay, let's keep going down. Let me check the chat, and then we're at Barry Harris tip number 2. And when I see that person, whoever that is, join the channel, you're going to hit join. And whether or not you do the elite like Adrian did today, Leandro, or the musician level, which is like a cup of coffee, whichever one you decide, you're going to be crazy blessed with all the PDFs, all the videos. What's up, Vance? Vance is a proud member of the YouTube channel, an elite member, Vance. Playing your chords based on the diminished scale? Well, that's a great question, Donald. What I'm doing in this case is I'm just doing the Barry Harris thing where I'm thinking about it as a 5 chord right here. So like the 6 on the 5th, you probably know this, but the 6th note, I'm just going to say it again for anybody watching here. So you could play a D7, and that voicing's not going to sound that good, right? D7, so root, 3rd, 5th, flat 7 of D, but I'm going to go 6 because Barry, of course, liked that sound of the 6, right? But you are correct, Donald, that I go here and I go down, and now I am thinking diminish. All that's diminished over that. Same exact thing. You have D diminished is F diminished is A flat diminished is B diminished. Same thing over and over, right? So in this context, I'm taking the 5 chord and I'm going, all right, here's the 5 chord, boom. Now I'm going to go D diminished. And what does that give me? What in the world does that give me? It gives me the flat 9. So this is functioning as like a 5 chord, like a G. If I was doing this over G7, it's kind of what it's doing. It's like giving me This is a diminished passing chord. Is the best thing I can say about that. So it's like here, and then I get this, and then I'm going to go here. But I'm thinking of the diminished here as a passing chord to get down there to my G6. G, B, D. And remember, if you want a G6 chord, if that's my G, I can go down 3 half steps and play E minor 7, and there's the G right there. So right there, I'm using it as a 1 right there, aren't I? I'm doing it over the 1 just to listen to that sound. And now I'm going to use it as the 5 chord. Again. And maybe go to 2 there. What do you guys think? Hold on. Oh, does drop 2. Ha ha ha. What's up, George? Everybody say hey to George. George is a Chord Academy member and a YouTube channel member. George, good to see you. Adrian is our newest member. We're about to go into drop 2 here. I just wanted to kind of touch base with what Donald was saying about that and the way the diminished works there. So a lot of the time, obviously, Donald, I'm thinking like, if you're thinking about the diminished scale on the dominants, obviously we know that we can take, if we go up a half step and play a diminish, that gives us our flat 9 of whatever dominant we're in. That's just a fun fact we know we can go. Right. See that, Donald, right there? Vance, very important thing. You need to know this. I was on a live earlier and I said, if anybody joins our YouTube channel today, I'm putting this PDF inside the membership area. And Adrian signed up and Leandro signed up. So 2 people. We're at 18 now. I'm really hoping we get to 20. Somebody else hit join. You're going to love it. So really quickly, yeah, so good to see you, George. But watch this. When I do the, I want to say something to Donald again, just to make sure we're good here. Donald, if I'm pedaling on the D and I don't resolve it yet, if I go up a half step and then I play the diminish, then if I go up a half step and play diminish, then it sets me up perfectly for that's my flat 9. Right, and then I could resolve it. Let me do it again. 3. Right? So Vance, back to your thing is that, yes, you should see it right there in the Memphis folder, which has that and a million other things. I'm going to organize the thing tonight, but let me just pull this up really quickly. That we have inside the Memphis folder, we're about to do drop 2, so everybody hang in there. So inside Memphis charts right here, you have all of our charts we've been doing lately in this one folder. Look how crazy this folder is over the last 2 weeks. It's kind of scary that there are so many PDFs. Blues for Marla. Let's just go over some of these names. The Pin Triplet Blues. You guys love that one, right? We have backing tracks. Ron's Cup of Coffee Blues, one of our newer members. Blues for Marla. She's our superstar. There's a whole course in this one folder. Blues Shapes course. Shock to the System Blues. Wave file there, a backing track right in there. Bills, no bills to pay blues. We have the yard work shuffle blues. We have Dave's Leaving on a Plane. Blues tips for iMusicAcademy. Gospel walk tips that has that beautiful, this has D minor to G to B flat to that. Yeah, that's in there. Gospel walk tips. We have Jazz Trio blues and C, low volume blues. And then you have Memphis blues, Scott's blues, Sharon's blues, the Genius of Barry Harris. There it is right there. Tony's blues, Vance's poet blues, Vicky's blues. It's crazy. Okay. I just wanted to show you where it was, Vance. All right, let's go down here to the next tip. Can you believe that's just all that one thing is just tip 1? If you want to hear the audio versions, you just click the camera icon and it'll take you to the finale sound. All right, this is where it really gets fun. I'll check the chat in just a second. So Adrian asked the question about the drop 2, and let's just talk about it. If I play a D6 in root position, here you are right here. Okay? Now, if you drop the second highest note down the octave, that's what we're doing here. And I like to roll up my drop 2s as well as all of my other chords. Now I want you to look at what I put here. Drop 2, I call this root position. I go lower, middle to move down. Lower and middle to move down. So the lower and the middle of these move down. Right? Listen how beautiful that is. How open and simple, right? And let's put over a D pedal. Or even over the G. Over the D. Or you could go. Okay, so we do that one for a while. The next one, we're going to go to an inversion. All right, so now we have our B minor in second inversion, or you could say your D6 in first inversion. Now, the same thing happens here. This goes down an octave. This second highest note goes down an octave. Now you hear this. Now watch this. The middle 2 move down. So the middle 2 of these 4, you see it? So I can put over D pedal as well. How cool is that? Let's do a review. And if you start to recognize those patterns, middle 2 are moving down. Awesome, right? And on the first one, what happens? All right, let's keep going down. This is way too much fun. All right, now we're on our second inversion D6 thing. And what do I say here? Upper, middle, 2, move down. Upper, middle, 2. So there's the upper. And then upper, middle 2. So of the whole thing, this next one is the middle there. So notice the bottom stays the same. Upper and middle of all of them. So the first thing you're going to focus your mind on is seeing, okay, the top moves down by half steps, but so does my thumb. So we have okay, we're going to go ahead and do the last one, and then I'll go back to the chat and we'll talk about it. All right, so now here's the other one we said, the next inversion, the third inversion, D6 chord, is we're going to put what? Take what? The second note from the top down, that's the F sharp. That's going to be this. Now the first thing is I'm going to read what it says. The outer two voices move down. Well, this will be easy. Listen to that. Look how easy that is. There's my F sharp. The outer two voices move down. This is going to move down, and this is going to move down. The middle ones stay the same. How beautiful that is, especially if you roll it. All right, let's go ahead and talk about, that's just 2 tips. That's crazy. How much you can do with those simple things. Okay. Adrian says, so inversion determines whether you drop the middle, upper, or outer. No. So I realize that this is a Bobism, this idea. I've never heard anyone say to do it like I'm doing it, because other people do it different ways. But when I say outer, middle, upper, it's just a visual to say which notes move down, and I'm doing it based on the inversion that's already set. And let me give you an example. Let me pull up the chart here so I can look and just give a little more clarity. So the first one, I'm going to go back up here to this one, and this is Barry Harris, tip number 2. And here's my root position. My second note's going to be my drop 2. So that's the inversion right there. So, I mean, forget about the inversion. Think about the inversion as where it starts from. This is root position. Drop this. Now I'm not thinking about inversions anymore. I'm thinking about this is still my root position, just in a drop 2 format. Now it says the lower, middle 2 go down. So my lower and the middle of these. So that's the middle of these 3, and that's the lower. So that's how I determine that shape, right? So I go. Now, what a lot of people teach, and I've heard this taught before as well, is, whatever key you're in, you know that your F sharp and your A are going to move down. I get all that. I mean, that makes sense, right? F sharp's going to move down, half steps, but I like this way of thinking about it, of saying, okay, here you have your lower and your middle of these 3 down. It's a neat visual. Now, when I go up to this first inversion D6, I'm going to go, okay, what does this say? My middle 2 move down. It is true. F sharp and A are moving down. But I like the visual of thinking my middle notes are moving down. Up here, upper 2 are going to move down. Upper, middle 2 move down. So you have this. There's my upper, and there's the middle. Let me make sure I'm doing that right. Upper, middle, move down. There's my upper and my middle of all of them. So just notice that my left hand doesn't change at all. And when I first came up with this system, it took me a while to make sure I was saying everything right. And I had to get the system down. So it's always going to need tweaking. But let's look at the last one here. You go, here we are, and you say the outer two voices. That's an easy one. Yes, it's F sharp and A, but I just know that my outer voicings move down. Okay? So inversions are set at the beginning, and then the magic happens. All right, who's ready for Barry Hedder's tip number 3? And let me just check on the chat. And ultimately, the way everybody's gonna get this is I want you to spend time on each one. Like when it comes to the drop 2 part of it, D6, there it is. And you're gonna say, okay, at first, if I'm gonna go drop 2, there it is right there. And of course, the example 1 does this, and the middle voices move down. But when I go drop 2 for a root position, drop 2, I'm dropping the second note. Now here I am, and I'm going to go the middle, this note, and the lower are moving down, right? And then I would spend time on that one thing. I mean, this PDF, just those 2 examples, you could spend a ton of time getting familiar with that and really enjoy it. Even if you went back to that first thing and you go, all right, in key of G, and I go D, diminished, G6, and then start changing keys and things like that. Okay, let's go ahead to the next one. You guys are going to love these that are coming up. Vance, are you good? You still with us? I'm so excited we are at 18 members of the YouTube channel. All right, here we go. Pulling up the thing again. Okay, now this is going to get fun here. So this is drop 2. Let's see, position 2. Oh, this is my 2-hand, this is where it's split up between the hands. Yes, and this is all by design as well. So we're dropping, so here we go. We take the voicing and we're dropping 2, which puts, we're dropping that. So this is basically just taking the same thing and splitting this up between the hands. Right? So same thing applies on this one. It's just a 2-hand approach in this one, which is good to be able to do. Especially for comping and things like that. The next one, we go up here and we're doing B and F sharp, and up here, 2-handed approach, and it's the middle 2 move down. That's easy to spot, isn't it? Okay, the next one, we're up here, 2-handed approach again. Actually, I didn't do that right. Hold on a second. Let me just make sure I'm right here. Right, there it is right there, okay? It's a little high for the key. I mean, you're not going to be playing that much, but this high that much, but it's still important to know how to do it. Okay, the next one, and it gets more lush as you move down the keyboard just a little bit. Like, that's way too high for this. This is the same thing, 3rd inversions. Nobody's going to play that. Okay? You could do it, but and what does it say? I just want to make sure it says outer 2 voicings move. So you have this. I might even rewrite that, because nobody's going to read it that high. But it's the same thing. All right, let's go down to the next one, because this will make more sense, because we're dropping 2 voicings this time. We're doing the drop 2 and the drop 4. Here's where it gets fun. Watch, you go 1, 2, 3, 4. So we drop the D an octave and we drop the 2 an octave. So you have this. Okay? So the middle two move down. Isn't that nice? Okay, now you do first inversion, you're going to have this. The lower two, lower middle two go down. So once again, the lower, when I say lower middle two, I'm talking about the lower, which is this one, and the middle of the rest of them, which are these three notes. Okay? That's kind of a nice spread. I kind of like that. And then the last one here would be this. We're going here. So that one says the outer two. Let's just look at it. So we have this. You see the top is part of that outer and the bottom is part of the outer. The other two middle note voicings stay the same. Okay, and then the last one here, we're at here, and we're doing a drop 2, drop 4. So we're here, and it says the upper middle 2 move down. So here, there's that. The upper moves down, and the middle of the other three notes. Okay? All right, now it's about to get really fun here because now we're doing, let me check on the chat. We'll do tip number 5. All right. Now, yeah, so all I'm doing right now is going through the PDF a little bit. I realize this a little bit quick. We would never go through that this fast. I'm just showing you guys where the PDF goes and how you're going to pick one idea. I would say the very first example is where we need to stay, right? Yeah, isn't that awesome? Adrian's a member of the elite team. And Leandro joined earlier. Man, we're going to get to 20. Somebody else hit join. I promise you're going to love it. Nobody has left us, thankfully. We have so many resources, it's ridiculous. And a shout out to my All Access members, which I just put the Barry Harris PDF in your weekly folder for this week. And I put, I'll probably put it in Chord Academy as well. Okay. So let's go to the next part. Awesome. I'm glad you're liking it, Adrian. You're going to love it. This community is so awesome. Okay, so tip 5. Let's just go over this really quickly, and then we'll circle back by doing the first one again, and then we'll get off the live. So here's your D6 in root position. Now this is a drop 3. Okay, the drop 3. So 1, 2, 3. We're dropping that an octave. Now listen to how beautiful that is. Now, one reason why this sounds so amazing is this interval of the 10th. Isn't that nice? I didn't drop down. like that. Over the G pedal. Okay, the next one down, drop 3, lower 2 voices. So drop 3. So notice here we were, and A goes down, and now the 2 voices move down, the lower 2 voices. How cool is that? The top are the same. Sorry. Let's look at the next one. We're going to go here. Well, this is going to be beautiful. So I want you to notice upper 3, in this inversion right here, the drop 3, the B goes down the octave, the 3rd note from the top. And then I had these middle, the outer and the middle voicing move down. The upper, middle 2 voices move down. Let me read my own. So my upper and middle of all of them, of the other 3 is what I meant to say. So that's my upper, and that's 3 voices. The middle one moved down. I love that. All right, let me keep going down. We're almost done with that. So watch this one right here. Here's the B minor 7. The 3rd one goes down, that goes down. It says the upper 2 voices move down. All right, very nice. Let's move on down to the next tip. Let me check in the chat. We're getting up to number 6 from this PDF. Okay. Van says, all right, okay, well, at least I know that Vicky is to be experiment with. Yes, very good. How's everybody doing? We have 12 people watching right now. People are in and out. I don't want anybody to get overwhelmed by this PDF. This is a process, 7 tips, but it's not meant to be like learn it all at once. The way you're going to get it best is by starting on tip 1. Right? Even in 1, you know this. Before we even get to drop 2 or anything. Sure. So watch this. We go D6, middle 2 voicing. So no matter where you are, if I go C6, you see how nice that is? I go C6, middle 2 voices. If I'm in B flat. All right, Adrian's having a good time. So I could do pedal on the 4, on the 5 and B flat as well. Middle 2 voices go down. Okay, now let's get back to reality. I'll probably get a copyright strike for that. All right, let's go to tip number 6, and then we're going to circle back and give you a couple of very practical tips, and we'll move on, okay? Let me pull this up. All right, tip number 6, we have this. We have, oh, how pretty is that? So once again, we're taking this, and in this case, we're dropping that, the third note. This is a drop 3, but it's a two-handed drop 3. So lower and the middle of the other voices. Isn't that so nice? Like, we know that the other voices is going to be 3 notes, and I go. Let's do the next one. We have this. We have F sharp. Okay. We go here, and it says your lower 2 voices move down. Listen how beautiful and simple that is. Lower 2 voices move down. So up here, the same thing. You have this, and you have your drop 3. So 1, 2, 3, the B comes down. And what does it say? Your middle 2 voices move down. Let me just make sure I have this written right. Well, we know the top. Does it say the top? Oh, it does say upper and the middle. Just making sure it's written right. And then the last one would be this B minor 7 looking one right here. Drop 3, so you drop the D down here, and it's written between 2 hands, and you're here. And it says your upper 2 voices move down, which is so nice, right? You have that. Okay, let's look at that. I'm going to check the chat, and then we'll do one. Oh, we have a little practical example on the last one. Okay, let me check and see how y'all are doing. How we doing, everyone? We have one more tip and one recap to do. Very good. Vance is doing good. Okay, let's go ahead and do the last one. Man, I really thought that we were going to have 2 more people sign up. Kind of getting disappointed. I say that jokingly, kind of jokingly, because I'm like, we haven't had 2 people sign up in the same stream in a long time. We're at 18 now, so I'm very thankful. I'm just having fun with that. But I really did think 2 more people were going to sign up. I felt like we were on to something. All right, you guys have tons of things in this folder. Do not get overwhelmed. Okay, we're going to end by playing a simple blues after I do a recap. Now let's look at this last tip here. Now this is Barry Harris tip number 7, and this is a little fuzzy. I need to change the resolution on this. But D9, you need to go 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and these are just improv tips. You see, I went. You guys know from the bebop scale for dominant chords, you can go, right, very important. You go 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and getting that third is really nice. And what about this? 1, this, 1, 2, triplet, 1, 2, triplet, and. Got to get to beat 3. 1, 2 triplet, and I want to make sure I say that right. Doing a bad job of explaining that. 2 triplet and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 2 triplet, 2 triplet, 1 triplet, 1, 2 triplet and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 triplet and 3 and 4 and 1. And then it does the same thing again. Okay, we'll come back to that one. And then you have a major, this idea of coming down simple, right? It's just coming down triads. You can do major triad, major, first inversion, same thing. You have, let's see, first inversion triads. Okay, so learning your first inversion triads. Okay, so the same thing. First inversion, first inversion, first inversion. Same thing. D, D flat, E. What I like to do also is I like to put my tenths together. So I'll do first inversion root with first inversion. Okay, let's keep going down. I think the rest of it is just simple improv tips based on triads. So I use triads all the time. If I was playing the blues, I could go C, triad, G minor. Only triads. You can do a few half steps, triad. Then you could do sevenths. Or ninths. You get it. And then the only thing I did other than that was half step approaches, but go super slow. That was for Vance. All right, now let me go ahead. Smart Scan is running. Okay, that's interesting. All right, let me check the chat, and then let's do a recap of something. Let's just play a little blues to end. Have you guys enjoyed this? Have you found those tips helpful? So really quickly, for anybody who signs up, I need you to do it on the stream so we can say welcome to you. Your name will pop up and we'll be able to say, yes, Johnny signed up. He's willing to invest a coffee a month or more. This is all in the Memphis folder to all of my YouTube members. Okay, and here's what I want everybody to do. If you want to listen to the MIDI file, just do that. But take this tip number 1. And again, you guys asked for this stream, so I'm making sure that you get whatever you asked for. D6, D triad with the 6th note. The 6th on the 5th, Barry Harris means the 6th on the 5th degree. So in this case, we're in the key of G, and we go the 6th note on the 5th. So G, B, D. There's your D chord, and there's your 6th note. So you have this right here, and you can use a diminished passing, and then you have the G6 there. So you can practice this over a pedal, like we practiced earlier, or we're not even on drop 2 yet. But you have that, but you can also practice it on the G. But just practice that. Make all the mistakes you want, but do this. There's over the root. Do it in different octaves. Play it over the D pedal. Play a little melody. Just use the G major scale if you want, if you can't think of anything else to do. All right, now let's play some blues. If you guys are ready, some blues. Let's start off with our resident superstar of iMusicAcademy. That would be, we have a lot of superstars, but we're going to do, let's do Marla's Blues. I know that Vance likes Marla's Blues. How can you not? The thing about Marla's Blues is you have the voicings, of course, left-hand voicings and everything, but 5/6 root is a really nice sound. And you have minor third to major third. Let me turn it on the track. Let's have fun with Marla's Blues. It also has that nice little bluesy lick in there somewhere. Tritone. Here we go. Let's put a little Dean's Lick blues in there. Next time it comes around, I'll hit the little Dean's Lick minor third to major third. We can pick back up. Here we go. A blues scale only. Anything will go. All right, now we're going to do the top half, the 5 notes of the blues scale. And 2 and 3 and 2 and 3 and 4. A blues scale. 4 notes. All right, here's your minor third to major third. Memphis. And 3. Triads. I'm about to knock my desk over, having too much fun. Let me stop this silliness. Oh. Whoa. Did Rick come in the building? Awesome. Ha. Awesome. Hey, Rick, we missed you this morning, but I told everybody that I wish you could be on the stream, but you had to work this morning. So, yeah, it's really awesome that we have two awesome new members, Leandro and Adrian. So thankful for you guys and thankful for the donations that came in, and it's really, really awesome. So we're going to go just a couple more minutes, but I want you guys to know that all these charts, that's why I do all these. Wait, hold on. Yeah, he snuck in. Awesome. So everybody listen, you take a yard work blues, and that's why we have these songs, is you just spend time going through these. Let me pick one more. I'll let you guys pick. For my members, pick one of the songs that we do. Let's do an easy one. We've got, just from the last couple of weeks. Let me go through the folder, and I'll let you guys kind of vote on which one we end up. It has to be one in the key of C, since we're on a C backing track. But we've got. I'm just gonna go through a few of them. You guys can tell me what you want to do. Pen triplet blues, and when you heard me doing those are a little more involved, but of course, all the notes are there. Ron's Cup of Coffee blues, Blues for Marla. We have Shock to the System blues. We have Bills No Bills to Pay blues. Yard Work Shuffle blues. Days Leaving on a Plane, always a popular one. And for my hardcore jazzers out there, make sure you do this. I put the gospel chart in there with all these cool voicings. Spend a little time with that. I think you'll like it. Jazz trio, Blues on the Move in C. You remember that? That's a good one too. Low volume blues. We have the Memphis Blues. I love Memphis Blues. Sharon's Blues, Scott's Blues, Barry Harris, Tony's Blues, Vicky's Blues, Vance's Blues. It's getting out of hand, y'all. I'm reorganizing this one, and this is just one of our folders in the membership area. You have a soul version of the Memphis Blues. All right, you'll have to send it along with the ragtime you're supposed to send. All right, y'all pick one of those. I need my members to step up. We're doing one more song, and then I'm going to take another break and an extended break, and I might do some chord voicings tonight or something like that. Okay, all right, Memphis Blues it is. Good job. I love it when our amazing community votes. Here we go. We're going to pull up Memphis Blues it is. Memphis is one of our most amazing members of the community. They're all amazing. I love it. In fact, speaking of Memphis, he checked in on one of the lessons today. All right. Hey, this is a great way to end on this lesson because, we were talking earlier about if you have you show up somewhere to play and doesn't matter the key. If you're in C, you got the first 5 notes of the blues scale. And ultimately, I want all my members to know that you have safety and security in any key if you know this 5-note pattern. Doesn't matter if it's blues, major or minor key. You can get to where you can play some really amazing things with just these 5 notes, which we've already demonstrated. Also, you can go down 3 half steps and you're on the A blues scale. First 4 notes, and you know it's going to sound amazing. And then the thing we talked about in the last lesson was occasionally you want to grab that major third. Right? And so Memphis does some interesting things. We hang out in this little Oscar Peterson-ish kind of thing. I say Oscar Peterson. It was Oscar Peterson and thousands and millions of other amazing piano players. But it's this idea of that Pink Panther kind of really rough minor third sounding thing, which I love, and having that 6 note on the top. You guys know from Blues Volume 1, right? I have several songs where I kind of hint around at that A note, which is really important part of our blues playing. Just like we do Marla's song, A note, G, A, and C. And it goes back up to that flat third. So there it is right there. We're creating tension. So we go 1, ba, da, da, da. And this is one of my favorite things to do. I tell my students all the time, especially my young jazz prodigies that I have out there who take lessons with me, that I tell them, if you're ever not feeling bluesy or jazzy, go to that flat 7. Okay, this is a little side note. We're setting up Memphis Blues, but I want to give you, as always, context on why I write these tunes and how they fit into your overall playing. The goal is not to just learn these exactly as they are. It's for you to assimilate them, make it a part of your own playing, and then it'll just come out when you're just playing whatever, and you'll be like, oh, let me throw in Memphis there. So as we're going through this right here, notice that it goes up to the flat 7. I say to my students, if you're not feeling bluesy or jazzy, you wake up in the morning, you're like, man, I don't even know what to play. I'm just going to play a blues scale, whatever. Go to your flat 7. And I like going down to the minor third to major third. And I like to roll up to the third. Another thing I like to do, if I go to the F chord, I can go, right? So either the major third or the minor third is going to work great. So Memphis starts off with that little crunch. We go, and then it does it again. I missed it, and then I went ba da da bum da 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 bum, which I think is a maybe a nod to Dolphin Dance, maybe the Herbie Hancock tune, Dolphin Dance. For some reason, da-da-da-dum, I'm thinking that's Dolphin Dance, but I could have it all wrong. But here we go. Which is nice little major, kind of a vanilla sound on purpose. And then it goes back to, oh, here we go again. Does again. And instead of ba-da-da-dum, we go ba-da-da-da, da-da-da-da to the A7. We had to go chromatically. You can't go da-da-da-bum, but we have to go ba-da-da-da, and then we do it again. And I do something right here. We go, this is the Memphis. Whenever I'm on a stream and I say the Memphis, I mean this lick right here. Specifically this. There's a famous song out there, do nothing till you hear from me, and it goes da 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 da. How does the rest of it go? So the original goes, this is a little bit different, but it's kind of where it was inspired by, this idea where you go, and that's just root, flat 7, and going major 7 in root. So on Memphis we go, da 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 da, right here we go. Let me see if I have it written right. Wait, that's not right. I wrote it a little bit different. And I do a suspended chord at the end. I like this because it's a G, but it has an F triad, which is down a whole step from G, and it creates that sort of, speaking of Memphis blues, Dave Grusin kind of feel from Memphis Stomp. The movie soundtrack, The Firm, has an amazing blues song called Memphis Stomp you need to go check out if you haven't done that yet. But anyway, so this kind of sound reminds me of a little bit of Dave Grusin's kind of sound. It's a G pedal with a whole step lower triad. Isn't that usually? It's just a really neat sound. But back to this, you're going to go. And it starts over again. Let me practice it. Da, ba, da, da, and then it starts over again. All right, let's turn on the track and have fun with it. Let me check on you guys first. before I hit start. Hold on a second. So Memphis Blues, then Go Where It Takes You, flat 7. Yes, I love the follow up from you guys always. It helps our members, and I know you all know that. And so Rick likes rolling up too. This idea of get used to this 1, 2, 3. Okay, now the Memphis, if you should take the words of others you heard, I haven't a chance. Awesome. All right, you ready? Let's do it. Now, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn this on. I'm going to be looking at the music when I do this, and then we'll work on the Memphis song in a live setting. This will be it for a while, then I'll take a break. So let's say we're going to go another, it's 3:19, we're going till 3:30, okay? Chromatic rolls. All right, so as we're doing this, I want my members to, in the chat, put your experience of being a member of the YouTube channel or the community or All Access or Chord Academy, because I think it's important. Don't do it. Don't fluff. Don't just say fluff. I want to know, like, I want people to know your experience. So, like, even if it's just the community, I like the community. Let me turn this on. Here we go. Let's have some fun. Very thankful to have people hanging out with us. So Memphis starts off with that nice thing. I'm just going to stay on that one lick. Then let a little time go by. There's the Rick roll. Oh, nice. All right, now let me stop this and just check on everybody. All right. I'm almost always inspired during and after the classes, learn different things which are usually different than your normal routine. Nice, fresh and new information. All right, blues makes you happy. Yeah, so hey, from now on, it's the Rick roll. I like it. It's already a meme, and now we're just joining the party, the Rick roll. Yeah, this idea of going, everybody watch this. The Rick roll is this. Going up to that third. And I love to take that idea and just go around, like whatever key you're in, you just start on the flat 7. Go to F. The Rick roll. I'm glad. Yeah, all kinds of things happen on the stream. So Adrian, so a really important thing is that sometimes when I do the repetition, I'm showing you guys how it can work over the entire stream. I'm gonna give you one more. We have to do one more because I said we have 7 minutes. Awesome. Yeah, very good. Great presentation. Like the community and fun. We're so happy to have you as a member. Okay, now watch this. So we just did the Memphis, right? Memphis. And then the next one we're adding is this, which is Yard Work Blues, right? Going to do some yard work. Right here. That lick right there, you could play. It's kind of a Ray Charles-ish, but you can play. It has that 6th note right out of Blues Volume 1. And oh, hey, this is really important. This is just a quick freeze. So because we have 2 new members, and Adrian and after Adrian joined, I had a new folder I created. Let me find it. This is my YouTube community is gonna love this. Okay, y'all stand by. This is too important. And then we're gonna do one more time through, and we'll be done. I still have 6 minutes, so you can't run off just yet. All right, so let me look for the folder. All right, I'm going to download something. Here's what I'll just did a link. So you'll have, even my YouTube members are just going to have to do what Leandro and Adrian did. They have access to the YouTube Blues courses. I'm not going to put them in our folder because they'll get buried. But if you're a member of the YouTube channel, just click on this and I'll add you. Now, this is Blues Volume 1 and Blues Volume 4. That's like $60 in my store. Boom, there you go. Vance likes the Gumbo Blues. Yeah, which has that lick in it. Let's do a little bit of Gumbo Blues, and then we'll wrap it up. Now, Vance, you really missed an awesome stream because I was doing all the classical. This is going to trip your mind up. Blues Volume 4 that goes. I do a ton of licks like that and a ton of licks that take you all the way down the keyboard from Blues Volume 1. So know that that's coming. And it has some crazy licks in it. And Adrian was on that stream. Yeah, that's right. So that's right. So let's do the Gumbo Blues. We won't pull up the chart, we'll just do it. So it's like that's not the way it ends. I'll do the Vance. Did I put that one in the Memphis folder? I can't remember. All right, again, you have to, if you're a member of the YouTube channel, go ahead and do that. It's my gift to you. It's Blues Volume 4 and Blues Volume 1. The family folder. Oh, it's in the family folder. Okay. Yeah, that's a fun one. And at the end, it does those triads. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is to end up, I have like 2 minutes. I'm going to turn on the track one more time and just spend a little time with that A blues lick or the Memphis lick. And I want to show you guys with what Adrian was talking about. It's just like the repetition. I'll do it again. See how I can do it in different times. I go. I'll Rick roll it. Rick roll it. Rick roll. I wouldn't be doing the Rick roll if we hadn't just come up with that. Oh, the other thing we did today as we wind up is I did a ton of training on your second inversion triad. So I'm going to leave you with this. Rick, this is all you missed. Well, you missed a ton today, but second inversion triads, you know, you can do 3 of those coming down. You can also get to A minor, you do 3 chromatic minor. Then you go the 4 chord, the flat 7, or the G minor, the minor 5, and the 4, and in like that. So then you turn on your track, and just from a standpoint of just having fun with the triads, go. Rick roll. Rick roll. I can't. Let's show you how much you were missed today, Rick. Yeah, Adrian, it didn't take long for her to get into the family. All right, what a fun stream, everyone. How is it we have like 2 minutes to say goodbye and somebody else is going to join. I'm thinking it's going to happen. I'm not positive, but we have 2 minutes. I'm going to set a timer. Let's just see. I'm telling you guys, it's like, you're going to love it. I'm going to set the timer. I'm going to honor it, Rick. Setting it for 2 minutes right now. And then while I'm waiting to see if somebody else is going to join, we have 2 minutes. It's going now. Oh, wait. Hold on. Let me try that again. All right, starting now. I'm waiting to see if somebody's going to join. Minute 57. It's going down. While we're doing this, you have 2 minutes to not only say goodbye, but put in, if you had to pick anything that you wanted me to work on, wanted us to work on together, go ahead. Now's a good time to do it. You have 1:40. All right, George is a member. Rick's a member. Adrian's a member. All right, so I'm going to say goodbye, and we'll see you have 1:30. I just had this feeling somebody's going to go for it. And we're going to get to celebrate you. Build it and they will come. We still have a No Name Blues that's floating around there because I was waiting for the person to join, and it's in the membership area. It's a No Name Blues right now. So whoever joins next will get that name, I guess. That blues named after them. You have 1:09 left. Yeah, awesome. That's right, Rick. It's so good to see you. I'm glad that you're able to come. So I'm going to say goodbye to everyone here as I always do. Jeffrey, the most consistent man at iMusicAcademy, thank you for your awesome support always. Vicky, good to see you. Thanks for being a member of everything. Adrian, thank you for your membership today. I'm so excited to have you. And Donald, good to see you on the stream as well. Jeffrey, Adrian, we have Jeffrey again. Vance, elite member of iMusicAcademy. Thank you so much. Elite member of the YouTube channel. George, member of the Chord Academy and the YouTube channel. Thank you, George, for your support. Vicky, I already said. Adrian, Vance. Make sure I never want to miss anybody. You see, Rick showed up. Even when he's not here, he's here. That says a lot. The Rick roll. Oh gosh. It will forever be the Rick roll. If I say, all right guys, let's do the flat 7 to the Rick roll, now you know. Oh, it just went off. Okay, nobody signed up. All right guys, hey, have a blessed the rest of your day. Thank you so much for everything. Let's keep practicing. Keep having fun. Don't ever feel overwhelmed with it. Like, start with something simple. Blues scale, 5 notes. And I'm going to rearrange the charts so that that folder, just that one folder, needs some kind of organization. I'm going to do C blues, E blues, and we'll figure something out. Have a good one, everyone, and hopefully we'll get 2 more people by the end of the day. See you soon, everyone. I hear you. You want to do the Christmas stuff. You want me to get a copyright strike just by doing this.